Hey everybody, it's me, the Cinema Simpleton, and if you're watching this, then hopefully it is past Friday, September the 30th, and if not, then the uploader, which is moi, is a little behind schedule. I got a lot of stuff planned this weekend. It's actually my birthday this weekend, and I got a lot of stuff that I'm working on for you guys, especially for this month, October, that I want to get started on. But I wanted to do a video specifically regarding the closing of one of my favorite stores, Blockbuster. That's because Friday, September 30th is the official closing of Blockbuster Canada. And that kind of sucks. You know, there's no easy way of saying it. I think when it comes to video rental stores, Blockbuster was, what can you really say? Well, I guess was past tense when you're watching this. It was an amazing video chain. Their selection was incredible, and their stock was like seemingly limitless. And granted, yeah, there's so much that like any video store you could probably get that, but Blockbuster was a powerhouse. You cannot deny it. And actually, because they were going out of business, I actually have spent so much money this last couple weeks on renting stuff, not just from Blockbuster. I actually stopped at HMV today and got a whole bunch of stuff. This is probably, what is this? Almost $100 worth of DVDs. And some of them aren't even like freaking just one disc. Like, yeah, you're probably thinking just bonus materials. No. What do we got here? Inception, Bruno. And by the way, you are going to notice some very poor choices here, because I didn't decide to just go for anything that was good. I decided, what are the one things that I can say I can watch and probably not going to get a chance to rent. Jonah Hex, Batman Collection, V for Vendetta, got both of these at HMV today. The Goonies, also got that at HMV. A Jim Carrey Collections, got The Mask, Yes Men, Dumb and Dumber, Majestic. League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, guilty pleasure. Superman 2, Fast Times at Ridgemont High. I'm going to go really quickly through these. Elektra, Daredevil Director's Cut. Good, by the way. I want to do a review of Daredevil and mention this. Predator, the original one, Simpsons movie, The A-Team, and Mad Max. Now that Blockbuster's gone, I and probably a lot of you are thinking, where the heck am I going to rent videos? Now, if you're in America, there's probably still a lot of video rental stores. Where I am from, the Great White North, actually my town basically got bought out. All the video stores that were sort of like small places got bought out by Blockbuster and Rogers. So a lot of them don't exist anymore. There are some in Toronto, but a lot of them are not around anymore. So my options are very limited. I also don't have a TV service provider. So Netflix, which is a very popular service that allows you to rent videos for a certain amount of money a month, is not available to me. Nor is Rogers On Demand. Rogers is a TV. Actually, it's a communications corporation. It's set up here in Canada. You might know about it in the United States. You might not. But they're one of the biggest communications corporations of Canada, and they both own a thing called Rogers On Demand, which is basically the same as Netflix, but it was, it gives the same service as Netflix. And they also own a Rogers Video. Rogers Video is very, I don't want to say terrible, just very poor selection choices. I saw an entire shelf devoted, I cannot remember the name of it, I think it was something to do with a crocodile, but it was an asylum movie. An entire shelf devoted to an asylum film. All of it copies. I also decided a while back ago to go and see, I wanted to see Die Hard for the first time. So I went around looking in their action movies section. I saw Die Hard 2, I saw Die Hard 3, and I saw Die Hard 4, Live Free or Die Hard, on the shelf. Nowhere on that shelf could I find Die Hard 1. And it wasn't like, you know, there was no stock that was on the shelf at the time. No, there was no stock of it at all. There was no copy in Rogers Video. So their selection is very, very random, and that's the problem. You will get, you know, in a spectrum, it just is just so poorly chosen, and that's why, you know, Rogers Video is very much a last resort when it comes to my renting movies. So what I want to do with you guys is do a little bit of a talk about different options that, okay, yeah, in this day and age, you can download torrents, you can go on, I'm not going to mention any of the film websites that you can do that downloading of stuff. The only reason I'm not, well, not the only reason, one of the main reasons, aside from it being illegal, that I don't want to encourage piracy is because, first of all, I'm a film critic, and it's very important for someone like me to advocate that, not just because of what I, you know, wanting to do on a professional level, but also I want to treat myself like a professional, and I want to give you guys professional advice. And the other reason is because I know people that they download so much, and the problem is it is like driving their hard drives and their memory like capacity out of, it's unbelievable. I have a friend who downloads so much, and he wonders why his computer crashes all the time. You know, it's just amazing. And like, I know people will download so much. You got to realize, as great and as fast as your computer can be, it can only take so much. It is a machine, and all machines need maintenance. And there is only, even in cyberspace, there's only so much room it can handle, and only so much juice or, you know, strain it can take. So what I want to do is give you guys a couple of options. So number one is for options of renting videos. There's something in here in Canada, I don't know if it's in the States a lot, but one option is there's this thing that kind of is like a video vending machine that used to be at the superstores here, and now it's at Walmart. My brother-in-law and my sister use it, and basically what you do is you pay on your credit card a certain amount of money, and it's like roughly $2 per night, and you get to select a copy of the movie, and that gives you a chance to be able to, you know, just have I think, yeah, $2 a night a movie, that's a pretty good deal. And then if you lose it, then it's 25 bucks. But, you know, it's a vending machine. The only problem is that it's one copy. That's kind of, you know, a downside. So it's one copy for any movie that you're looking for. Whereas if you were to go to an actual vending machine, if I want a bag of Skittles, there's plenty of Skittles to choose from. But yeah, that's just one option. Another option is iTunes rentals. iTunes, I believe it does do rentals for the movies. And that is an option. It's a legitimate option. iTunes will, and granted, yeah, I did say that your computer can only take so much strain. Well, if you're doing it at your own, you know, purchasing through iTunes, then you are not probably going to want to max out your, you know, iTunes bill. So there you go. There's another option. And if you've got, like me, I'm currently using my stopwatch, an iPod Nano. Mine has gotten the crap kicked out of it. But, you know, there's an option right there. You can watch it on your screen. Unless you know, have the iPod. I forget. I wouldn't know the difference between, you know, anything that Mac puts out. But iTunes does have rental movie options, and I don't know how long it is, but it's cheaper than the asking price for actually buying the information that lets you download the actual movie through iTunes. And they also, I just found out today, do trailer downloads for free. Excuse me, for free. Another option, I guarantee you I'm going to have some people rolling their eyes at this, the library. I was so surprised when I went to my local library. I sound like I'm on frickin' PBS right now. I was surprised when I went to my library's video section. I was curious to see what movies they had in stock. I honestly couldn't believe my eyes. They had so much stuff. They had their share of crap. But, oh, what did they have? They had, like, you see, when I get onto these, like, you know, like, like, being put on the spot, I can't think of it. But they had a lot of great stuff. They had, I think they had Zodiac. They had Sherlock Holmes, the newest one. It's not just, you know, from an educational grounding, you know. It's not just, it doesn't have to have educational foundation. It can have, they got frickin' Twilight and New Moon. What does that tell you? I'm not even kidding. They actually have those, and I think they had more than one copy. What else did they have? I watched Children of Men last week. They had There Will Be Blood, A Clockwork Orange. Great stuff. Stupendous stuff, and their selection is very wide. And now you're probably going to be saying now my library probably does not have that good of a selection. So yeah, that is a bit of a chance where you're going to probably run into a bit of a problem. So check some other local libraries. Go to your nearest city, unless it's like 2 hours away, and look at some of those and see what their selection is, and try and apply for a library card. As far as I know, library cards are still, you can apply for them for free. I don't know. The last time I applied for one was 3-4 years ago. I have no idea. And then the other thing is, support your local video stores. If you know that, like, some small names, support them. You don't want to have these guys go under business. If Blockbuster is going out of business, think of how fast these guys are going to go out of business. So support these guys as much as you can without, you know, making your, like, video bill go out of the window. You know, just give them a chance and see what they got. Just be able to find out what they have, and I think that it'll pay off. Here's another thing that I thought of. Post on your Facebook wall as your status if you're really desperate for something. If you cannot find it, that was part of the reason why I panicked and got The Extraordinary Gentleman. I don't know where Jonah Hex went, but I just got anything that I could get from Blockbuster, because I thought it was going to be my last chance, and I don't have Netflix or Rogers On Demand. But if you're really desperate for something and you have no idea, I was trying to find a copy of Tron. I still have not seen Tron, the original, and I was like, oh crap, who can I find that's got a copy of the movie Tron? Post it on your Facebook wall, even if it's somebody who you rarely talk to on Facebook. Just put on your Facebook wall, does anybody have a copy of blank? Does anybody have a copy of Tron? Anybody got a copy of Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas? Anybody got a copy of Highlander 2? You know, the list goes on, and you can get to... Anybody got a copy of The Room, for crying out loud? Me! So yeah, like, just do stuff like that, and you'd be surprised at what the selection of videos that your friends can have. If you're a real film nut, then you probably know other film nuts out there that have some great selection. So that's my advice to you. And I want to be able to give this to you because if you're like me, you want to be able to, you know where to go now that Blockbuster is gone, and know where to get these movies, and give them a chance. You want to give them a chance. You don't want to spend the $26 it costs to buy a movie, which is, to this day, ridiculously overpriced. You don't want to spend that and then find out, wow, what a piece of crap that was. That's how I found out the hard way with Bulletproof Monk. You want to be able to rent these things, watch them for like within a week, and say, was this worth the money? Well, yes. No? Well, at least I spent $6 as opposed to $26. So this is my advice to you guys. And yeah, that's it for now. And bye-bye, Blockbuster. It's been a great time getting to know your people. And definitely thank you for all the great merchandise I've been able to take home with me. And but seriously, it is sad to see you go. And here's to hoping that a new video store will be able to rise up and take your place, because I still believe in having a hard copy of movies, be they bad, terrible, or Tentacolino.